here we go then, last day of April. What do we need to know? Thirtieth of April 2023. I suggest Spirit Players. Oh, I've forgotten what the song was. Let's have a look in a minute. Let's have a look. Helpless. Cosby, Stills and Nash, but it was wrote by Neil Young, I think. I'm just checking it out now. So, do you feel helpless? That's not true. You're always in control. It's just your thoughts that betray you. You control your destiny, no one else. So it's the mother energy again. You are growing as a person, as a soul, rising to a different level of being. And that's what Mercury retrograde does. It makes you reassess things, relook at things. You shouldn't start anything new, but you should recap, go back over things and make sure that anything that no longer serves you is leaving your life. So, let's see. There she is. So, arguments with a woman. It's negative energy, a lack of growth. Feeling helpless, like the song says. You're not helpless. You're stronger than you know. Especially if you're an empath, but people do tend to take advantage. So, here we go then. Spirit's been sending you the red flags, the warning signs, the stop signs. Stop what you're doing. There's somebody breathing down your neck, watching your every move. Or you're with the wrong team, or the foundations aren't strong enough within a relationship, a business, whatever it is. 3 years at least. It's not working, is it? And it's time to cut your losses. Watch out for traffic lights when you're driving. You need to sever ties, cut through the bullshit, get to the point and speak your truth. No more mind games, 1 week. There it is again, you wielding that sword. It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Mercury retrograde is here to make us see what no longer serves us, what isn't working, and it needs to be severed now. But it will obviously cause arguments. Could be. This is neutral card, so we're not going to go too much into it, but it is mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children. There is a narcissist involved in this situation. Somebody who will always love themselves more than they love you. And kids can be like that. So it could be a water sign child or any child that you are lovingly attached to, or immature energy. There's fear here that's holding you back, putting things off until tomorrow that should be done today. You're wasting your time and banging your head against a brick wall. It's not going to serve you. And finally, he's found his bloody feet. is no longer all mouth and no trousers. He's finally standing up for himself. This is us. This is the fire in our bellies. This is what gives us the impetus to take action. Could be an Aries person, could be a father figure, a boss, government official. It could be an Aries cusper. So early Aries is Pisces, late Aries is Taurus. But either way, that's the fire energy that gives us that final push. Because this is it's a waste of time. Pointless. So the only clue to this is the 22. The 22 is negative energy. Because fear is holding someone back. And like I said, that fairy godmother's been around and she's telling you, you listen to what she says or she's done with you. And you'll be left stood on that cliff for the rest of your life. So, let's see. Yeah, the shit star is back. Somebody who wants to win at all costs. They cannot be seen to lose. They don't want to have egg on the face. God, it'd be mortifying. It could be a child. It's somebody who's even prepared to use violence, blackmail, whatever they have to get what they want. 5 weeks is mentioned. Trouble causes. What they don't realise is nobody wins these things and everyone will regret them. So don't start something. Leo energy, the 19. It all becomes very, very obvious now. It becomes very, very clear. Travel and children could be here, but it's a toxic situation where there is manipulation, financially, sexually, emotionally, whatever it is. Playing games, trying to keep up with the Joneses, being shackled by contract, vow or promise. Don't make promises you can't keep. Capricorn energy, 15, negative. Yep, memories of the past, children, fond memories, nostalgia, looking back, reunions with someone from the school days or past. There is financial and emotional insecurity here, an unreliable female energy to do with your finances, or an unreliable, unpredictable friend. Someone of a darker complexion, possibly in a uniform. It's Taurus energy, so May is going to be unpredictable. But it's also early Taurus, which is Aries, Taurus, or late Taurus, which is Gemini. Yeah, somebody's not taking action for at least one day because they're afraid. Yeah, so you can't sit on the fence forever. Sooner or later, you've got to get off and make a choice. It's been 2 to 3 years. Could be about a marriage, a friendship, schools, teachers, the way you was brought up to believe things to be, institutions, religion, anything. The name Simon Peter, it's about which key you choose. Are you binding yourself to the spiritual or the material? The material will not help you, you can't take it with you. Love, happiness and health are all that matters. The neck of the throat will be healed. 5 and 23. Yep, the phoenix is rising. Whatever has brought you to your knees, you can now rise from the ashes like the phoenix. Judgment day has arrived. Bones, knees, geriatric issues, teeth, all could be involved, or just a very long-standing problem needs to be settled once and for all. Someone may be begging by the time this is finished. The 20. Begging for it to be over. I've had enough. The phoenix rising. Yeah, lack of success, failure. They will fail, those that stir the pot, because everyone will fail. Their own worst enemies, but it's reiterating you with the wrong tribe, the wrong team, the wrong profession. Watch out for those red traffic lights, flags, red flags. Stop what you're doing. Someone returning from the past, possible child abuse, bad memories of the past. It's you have to fight for what you want in this world. You can't sit on the couch, stuff in your face, hoping that everything's going to change. There's Judgment Day again. Well done, Spirit. Raise things to the ground and begin again. The walls of Jericho are tumbling. Number 20. Convict and competition won't serve you, just don't play the games. Something out of the blue to astonish you, a rapid communication perhaps. Your attention was elsewhere. But it's positive. 8 days. And you are narrowing down your options or running out of options. There's the Mercury retrograde card. Somebody feels abandoned. A choice needs to be made. Don't wait till you know all the facts. Don't be in denial and don't protect others or yourself. Just make that decision and go for it. South Node. This is a karmic debt. There will be some sacrifice from you needed. It looks like, is it Ganesh? I don't know if it is Ganesh. I don't think it is. It's like a salamander of some kind. South Node. Number 42 could mean something to you. So, karma. What did I say? When properly understood, it's just the mechanics in which your consciousness manifests things. The South Node represents a karmic point on your chart where certain matters must be discharged or cast off in order for you to develop and move towards a greater things. So you're growing, but you have to sever ties with things and people. The dragon's tail. So those born in the year of the dragon, the number 1. This is where the past karma lies. It's where we are challenged to grow. The mother energy. The South Node is a place where we're challenged to grow, occurs through some kind of pain. At the same time, the South Node is realistic and is the area of the horoscope that shows how we can know and understand who we truly are. That 9 of Wands. We've got it in the reverse, wasting our time rather than doing what we should be doing. While the North Node opened doors, the South Node represents karmic debts which can make life circumstances very, very hard. But neither the North Node nor the South Node are all good or bad luck. In fact, when it comes to nodes, what is given is what's been earned. The 7 of Pentacles, where is it? No, it's there somewhere. 7 of Pentacles, you reap what you sow. Don't tell me it's not, because I saw it. Anyway. There is no other way of getting where you want to be without the toil and effort. The South Node is the key to what's been left unfinished, and there's all the keys of all the unfinished bits of business that you need to sort out. And unresolved issues in your life, the long-standing settlement, what lies therein and what we bring from not only our childhood, which is mentioned twice, but also past lives. When the South Node turns up in a reading, it's a turning point. It's a time of endings and beginnings. And understand that there is something about to close that's been held in place for far too long. Familiar ways will end, ushering in new ways, though through different developments. You are ready to step out of your rut and align yourself with a higher vision, but there's fear there. You may be evaluating certain aspects of your life to realise there is no longer any connection there, and that it's time to move on. Be assured you will have stronger foundations for your next venture. Doors will slam, but in recognising what needs to end, it helps you to move on towards further maturity. This is a major turning point. This is a period to maximise the advantages of these changes, difficult though they will seem. You will want to leave your comfort zone and make as many new contacts as you possibly can. Even though the South Node is not as congenial as the North Node, there is still balance, having things in common. So when you face resistance at a particular time, that is your South Node telling you, over here, this way is better. Blocks and obstacles, especially in this case, are letting you know that you're not on your right or golden path. The South Node is all about being prepared for what comes next, and that means being experienced. There'll be no winging it at this time, or your plans will just sink. Sometimes the South Node is activated. It will take several tries to get what you're after. You could receive an unexpected rejection, one you weren't looking for. You could even be asked to do extra tasks while working longer hours, but if you really want it, you've got to keep at it. The good news is, even when things are a bit tough, it is still an advantageous time. You are about to hook up with people in your soul tribe, and you are setting down a foundation for your future marvelous life. So don't be wasting time putting your energy into something that you don't want. Ten of Swords. This is the end. It's done. It's dead. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Can't take any more. And 5, Gwyneth. The mother, the nurturer, the growth. Where is she? The Empress again. She's been mentioned 3 times now. The present. Live in the present. If you're living in the past, you're depressed. If you're living in the future, you're anxious. Live for today. Tomorrow's not promised. So, 5, Gwyneth. The Trinity knot in the circle symbolises the maiden, the mother, and the crown. The past, present, and future, the 3 life cycles of women. Gwyneth, the mother, and the present. The mother is happy with her little fairy sprites, and energy of Gwyneth is all about nurturing. So it may be you and the kids, might be a single mother. Nurturing is an aspect that one can give to others and also give to oneself. It's a beautiful thing to help others, but many times it is to your own detriment and to the detriment of your health. You forget to put yourself on a priority list. We hear too often that you cannot drink from an empty cup, and caregivers must drink from this cup first in order to be of benefit to others. Gwyneth may be asking you to look at where you're not nurturing yourself or being nurtured in your life. Are you living the life you wish? Does anyone in your life give back to you or support you when you need it? Are you tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or giving too much of yourself? Maybe time to give back to yourself. The elementals know that this reality is time poor, as we fit too much into our days. So they ask us to take small steps to look after ourselves. Read a book, have an extra 15 minutes in bed a day, go for a bushwalk, have a cup of tea, without taking your phone with you. Gwyneth's message is also one of being present. So when you're talking to people, look them in the eye. Show that you're present, don't be looking at your phone. Slow down, stop thinking too far ahead, and be present with yourself, your loved ones, and life itself. It starts with integrating the small things, and once it becomes a habit, you find you start increasing these small gestures and feel much calmer and more peaceful for it. Absolutely beautiful. So, here we go then. Oh, rebellion, Leo, 12th house, don't be playing the martyr or the victim. It will get you nowhere, and make sure you're not somebody's victim whilst it's happening. Let's have a look. Twelfth house, prisoners. People may be going to prison. Let them. Don't be trying to save them, because sometimes they need to hit rock bottom. Feet and toe issues, prisons, escape, institutions, the colour green, which is the heart chakra, return, karma, family secrets, hidden enemies, reconnections, confinements, reparation for past discrepancies, sacrifice, surrender, institutions, and the collective unconsciousness. Leo in Uranus in Leo, sorry. This placement may display charismatic leadership, or supreme arrogance. I suggest supreme arrogance in this one, and it indicates creative and original ideas. Somebody will try and steal those ideas if you let them, so be careful somebody doesn't take credit for all your hard work, because there are people out there that will. How are we doing for time? Okay, right, we'll do one of these. The Aboriginal deck, the first deck I was sent from abroad, which was a lady called Alison that I've known for many years, but when she emigrated, obviously I hadn't seen her for longer than I've known her. Then I knew her when she was here, and she sent me these, and I'll always be grateful for that. She was one of my biggest helps in the beginning to have the guts to do this. Sheridan, stare in the pot. What did I say? Shit starers. Trouble with these people is they want to win. They don't care how they win, fair means or foul, and they believe they are spiritual. They believe they're good people, but they aren't. So, Sheridan. We know all about Sheridan, we've heard about it before, but we'll read it again for those of you that don't. So it's the Welsh goddess, so if you've got any Welsh connection at all, it could be for you. It's about transformation. She's the keeper of the cauldron, which contains Awen, meaning divine spirit and prophetic inspiration. Sheridan gave birth to a son who was born so ugly that as a means to overcome his ugliness, she spent 1 year brewing a spell that will give him infinite wisdom. She added herbs at precise astrological times, so you've got to look at your own chart and realise when the best time for you to take action is. However, on the day the spell was ready, so you might be ready, something happened. Something put you off because there was some sort of drama. But that's what people do to put you off. They know what's coming, so they create a drama so that you don't do what you're going to do. 3 magical drops intended for a son fell instead on the servant boy, Gwion back. So, like I said, somebody else gets the credit. Instantly he became a great magician and fled from her fury, so a woman's anger. Sheridan pursued the boy, who, using his magical powers, shapeshifted into different animals. As he did, she too would shift into animals, so tit for tat. The natural enemy. Eventually Gwion turned himself into a colonel. So this is, whatever this situation is, it's been going on a long time. It's a merry dance. You try and get away, and then they make some drama up and you can't. So he hid in a pile of grain. Then she turned up as a black hen, found him and swallowed him whole. 9 months later she gave birth to the great wizard who ever lived, Taliesin. As it does, pregnancy is always funny in myth, innit? Sheridan represents inspiration and victory from an unexpected event. If your plans are not going in the direction which you'd hoped, do not fear it. There is another outcome that will surpass your expectations. When we try too hard to control things and waste our time banging our head against a big wall, often it's a loss of control that we most experience. The more we try to push back in a direction we believe things should be heading, the more off course we become. This is not to say to become lazy or uncaring of outcomes, just that somewhere there is a balance. Be mindful to notice the challenge which prevented you from moving forward and look for alternative ideas. Possessing the insight to change direction or allowing the situation to flow its natural course is wisdom in itself. If it's too hard, it's too hard. Stop and allow the situation to write its own ending. You can't always put the world to rights. Beautiful read. Thank you, Spirit. Most obliged. There is a lot about head injuries here. Aha moments, the crown chakra, the top of the head, the light bulb moment, if you like, ideas. Yeah, cooperation. It's never easy, is it, with awkward people, but angel wisdom suggests that you use your skills and talents for the common good. Eliminate these power struggles, conflict and competition. Just don't get into it with them because they will keep doing the drama, which comes from an ego desire to win. What I say? They don't care how they win, they just want to win. Make it your aim that everyone has a self-satisfaction from work well done. So smile sweetly and tell them how brilliant they are, and then do what you like. Then you become a spreader of goodwill and harmony. Your angel guidance is to bring people together and explore how you can mutually assist each other. Your attitude of sharing will ensure that you benefit in your turn, for the angels will bless your endeavours. Cooperate with all you can, and those you can't, walk away. Thanks for listening. Speak soon.